Welcome to Screw the Commute, the entrepreneurial podcast dedicated to getting you out of the car and into the money. With your host, lifelong entrepreneur and multimillionaire, Tom Antion.
Hey everybody, it's Tom here with episode 27 of Screw the Commute. We've got a great guest, that's been a friend of mine for 122 years, and he still only looks like he's 30. So we'll talk to Wayne Mango Man Pickering just in a moment. Now, don't forget to check out episode 26, the fantastic Hollywood documentary producer Terry Marie, who was the producer of The American Entrepreneur, a celebration of entrepreneurs and the American spirit. I was highly honored to be the subject of that documentary. And, you know, I'm not even dead yet. I thought you had to be dead to have a documentary made about you. But, well, I guess the standards have been lowered somewhat. I don't know. Anyway, make sure you check out episode 26. Now, today's sponsor is the ebook, The Kickstart Guide to Advertising and Promoting Your Business Online. These are all the techniques I've used to make millions of dollars right from my computer. Now, we'll have the link in the show notes for you, but the link is greatinternetmarketing.com/promoteonline.htm. greatinternetmarketing.com/promoteonline.htm. Now let's get to the main event. Dr. Wayne the Mango Man Pickering is an ND, a THD, and an SCM, and I don't know what those are, but they sound really cool. He's the author of 25 books, over 100 CDs, 70-plus DVDs, and 10 health systems. He's a naturopathic physician, doctor in theology, a nutritional performance coach, and a lifestyle management consultant, and a disease prevention specialist. He's a regular guest on TV and radio shows who teaches people how to get older and better. I love this, not old and bitter. He's passionate about living totally disease-free, a lifestyle that he is certainly the poster child for, that's for sure. He's got a focus on nutrition and basic philosophy. And his basic philosophy is, if you want to be tough, you got to eat good stuff. Wayne, are you ready to screw?
Yes.
The commute. All right. Yeah, you wished I stopped after the first part, right? I know you got those women chasing you up and down the beach in Florida and everywhere you go. They don't see guys like you every day.
Thank you, Tom. I can remember when you were at my house here. Oh golly, it's been
long time,
over but 30 years.
Yeah, something like that.
And when you were here, I'm very close to the beach, so it's an easy way for me just to stop what I'm doing and get down there and get reinvented again. I like what you've been doing all these years of showing people how to make money in their underwear
or out of their underwear. I don't have that as a requirement,
Well, it's suitable.
So tell everybody what you've been doing.
Okay. You gave a great introduction there, and I appreciate that. We teach people the simplicity of being totally healthy. And being healthy, we're actually healthy automatically by design and sick only by default. Here are 3 great lessons I teach my audience about their health. Number 1, we're healthy automatically by design. You cut your hand, you bandage it up, pretty soon it starts healing, it forms a scab, and so your body is healthy automatically by design and sick only by default. And here's the second lesson. People actually think, Tom, they catch disease. What a farce. You don't catch disease. We earn it.
Okay.
And it stems from crud in the blood, from being drunk with junk. Now, that could be junky thoughts, junky air, junky water, junky food, junky use of your time with no fitness. When you're through moving, you're through. You got to be fit. So that's what we're trying to do, is to give people the lessons. Now, here's the third lesson about being totally healthy. We only get well, Tom, by what comes out of us, never by what goes into us. because there's no food, there's no drug, there's no herb, there's no pill, potion, lotion. Nothing cures. When we set the conditions of health, brother, since we're healthy automatically by design, then our bodies are healthy just because of it. So many people want to take this for this and this for that. That's all garbage. You don't treat disease, you beat disease.
Let me ask you, are you related to Muhammad Ali at all? You got all these good good sayings.
Thank you, man.
Hey, tell us about the Mango Man. How'd you get that moniker?
Okay, good one. You know, they have a mango named after me, and which I'm very, very grateful.
You know, how many people on earth could you say what you just said? You are a unique individual in this world.
Thank you. And listen, it's been in existence for 14 years. It's all over the world. It's called the Pickering. And do you know what, Tom? Excuse me. This year was one of the best years that I'm understanding that Lowe's had when selling Pickering mango trees. I was absolutely taken back. Is that amazing?
It's totally amazing.
Now, there are two things about mangoes that's very unique, Tom. Number one, they're not true to seed. If you plant a Kerry mango, it might come up as a Glen or it might come up as something else, okay? So they're not true to seed. And the other is, and I'll continue that in a second, but the other is they're a member of the poison ivy family. So that a lot of people, when they're not truly healthy, they're overweight or what have you, and let's say their resistance to disease is hampered because of that, they break out in these rashes. So a lot of people can't eat mangoes, especially if they're not healthy. Now, the first point, though, is they're not true to seed. There's two brothers in Florida, Walter and Gary Zill, two great guys. Here, what a job they have, Tom. Check this out. They travel the world sampling mangoes.
And again, a unique profession there, right?
Unbelievable.
They commute all over the world to eat mangoes.
When they find a mango they like, they'll buy so many of them. They told me that they can't ship the whole fruit home, but they can send the seeds home. So when they send them back to their grove down there in southern Florida, they will, get them started, and then they'll propagate, and then they have to graft them onto another tree, an existing rootstock. Now they have to call it a certain name. Well, the one that I was looking at, and it was so good, that I told them, I said, listen, I got to have another one of these. So they had another one, and they were going to call it the Hairy Carry. I said, what kind of name is that for a mango, for crying out loud? So eventually they named it after me, since I was so passionate about it. And it's been just such a reward. And we've trademarked the Mango Man. And when people go to Mango Man Diet, that's us. That's our downloadable nutrition site. And, of course, we got Mango Man Blog, Mango Man Health, Mango Man Speaks, Mango Man Diet, and all of that, okay? But Mango Man Diet is our basic nutrition website, and thank heavens, it's downloadable because so many people order our work from overseas, and this way here they can just have it, on the spot.
How do they get it?
They can go to mangomandiet.com, Mangoman, MANGOMAN Diet.com.
And we'll have that in the show notes for everybody. Go ahead.
All right on. And that'll be, there's $772 worth of goods there, 400 recipes, articles, courses, everything that people get for $47.
Wow, what a deal.
That's a marvelous deal. So here they've got all their different months that they've got. They got the recipes for breakfast for January, then lunch, and then dinner, and then February, they got breakfast, lunches, and dinners again, all the way through the year. No guesswork. It's all done for you.
And I imagine, knowing you for all these years, you're really into energy. And so to be in business, you got to have high energy, right? And this helps with that.
It's amazing. Let me tell you, I run 4 corporations. We're in 37 countries with our work. We have tens of thousands of people who read our weekly column, and we get constant emails. You and I have both been on the speaking circuit for, golly, many, many years, so you know what kind of time that takes. So no person ever rose to the top without the favorable help of others. We need people and inspire them with the message to where they want to do it as well. Now, a lot of people did it. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, did you ever have a job?
Thank you. As a matter of fact, I was in the Vietnam War, and I was working with the Navy SEAL team on my second and third term over there. And I was over in the war 1967, 68, and 69, an incredibly tumultuous disaster time.
All right, hold on. I want to, it seems to me I know something about you. You were not an American citizen at the time. Is that true?
Oh, good question. Okay, that's a good question. My folks were married so many times, they have scars just from the rice. And so my home life was dismal at best. So to get into the country, my mother had married a man who lived in Illinois. They bonded me in. I joined the military because I was a leading naval cadet in Canada for 1963. So I had a strong passion to be in the Navy.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got to be 18, we came down here and I got in the service. And then we were on our way to Vietnam. We went through the Panama Canal, went up to San Diego. And I decided if I'm going to die for this country, I'm going to have a citizenship. So I became a dual citizen in January of 1967. And I love the country. North America, where we live, when people are moaning and groaning, I say, leave. You'll be saving your pennies to get back to this great country. This is awesome, because that's all you're going to be making. So when I came back from the Vietnam War, I had 32 jobs within a 6-year period.
Wow.
But I didn't have a clue what I was going to do. Not a clue. And now, here's a good lesson. A setback in life is always a setup to come back. Things just don't happen. They happen justly. And people ask me, what would I do differently if I went ahead, had to live my life over again? I say, I wouldn't change the fact that I had to run away from home. I was in the Vietnam War, got terribly sick in my life. And I mean, I could go on and on about the challenges, but our past has to be a point of reference, not some place of residence. We got to use that as some stepping stone. And it just so happened when I was down on my luck, I was broke, busted, and disgusted. I was sitting in a sauna bath at the Roman Spa. I never forgot it. And I was sweating like the dickens. I was disgusted. A guy comes in, and actually within a 2-week process, he gave me 3 steps that within 2 weeks, you know exactly what you're going to do for the rest of your life. And for everybody that's listening to Tom Antion's podcasts, I want to really give you something. No strings attached. This is absolutely free. And email me. My email address is mangoman@mangoman.com. Mangoman@mangoman.com. When you go there, just put in the subject line career link or one or the other 3-step process, and just put in there Tom Antion somewhere, okay? And that way we'll make sure that you get this. So within 2 weeks, I knew what I was going to do for the rest of my life, and I've been doing it ever since. Well, when you hear that audio, you will know exactly how to do that.
So that's what it is. It's an audio file?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, and here's what we do, Tom. My encouragement to everybody when they are thinking about leaving their job and want to start a business, do something you love to do. Life is too doggone short. Now, here's my take on life very simply, and then we can move on here. Okay, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
If we honor God, I'm not a religious guy. I'm a very spiritually connected and not religiously confined. Okay? If we honor God and serve our fellow man, creating a service out of what we are genuinely passionate about, so that everybody who is involved in the service has equal opportunity to gain, then we win. And you're a perfect testimony of that, Tom, with all that you've done to help so many people out. I've known you, as I say, for 30 years. Shoot, man, you've been doing some great things, and you've been compensated well. And if people could follow the dignity of your example, they will do that too. But the bottom line is you got to know what you're going to do. And I love to eat. I love to travel. I love to entertain. I've been traveling, entertaining audiences, showing them how to eat for 40 years, 8 months, and 6 days.
But who counts, right? When you're doing something you love.
That's right. But it was October the 2nd, 1977 is when I entered into this field that I'm in right now.
Well, with all you said you owned 4 corporations, right?
Correct.
Have you ever gotten screwed in business?
Thank you for asking. Oh, boy. Let me tell you. A setback is a setup to come back. That's a great line from my good buddy Willie Jolly. As a matter of fact, he wrote a book with the same title. And my line is this: things just don't happen. They happen justly. I got to tell you, I lost my business to somebody that I was in business with for almost 20 years. And I never forgot, I'm past president of the National Speakers Association, as you know, here in Florida. And I remember having Patricia Ball come in. I'll never, ever forget her. And I always give her credit every time I get a chance to do this. It was back when all of the computer technology was coming in, and I was not going to get a computer. That's the deal. And Tom was ahead of his game. He got the computer, and I said, golly, what in the world is he doing with that? So I can remember when we had Patricia Ball come down. And as a matter of fact, I had you come down to speak one time. Remember that?
Yep.
Okay. But Patricia Ball came. And when she said, now, Dr. Wayne, when you get on your computer, and I looked away and everybody was looking at me and I said, oh gosh. So she says, you do have a computer now, don't you, Dr. Wayne? I said, no. She said she has about 4 or 5. Yeah, but you better come up to speed. And then she said 6 words to me that changed my whole demeanor. And she said it so sweetly. I said, all right, here's what she said to me. Dr. Wayne, you better come up to speed. I looked at her, and the way she said it, buddy, I said, all right, I'll give it a try. So I've had the computer, and so help me, I don't understand what I would have ever done without it. It is just the best tool to get your message out there. So embrace what you love to do, embrace the technology to disseminate that passion, and you're on. And so many people don't know what they're going to do, and it just so happened that I was so sick at my stomach for so many years after I came back from the war, because when I got wounded over there, something happened inside my whole gut system. And everything that I seemed to be eating put me down bad. And it was this guy, I was a lifeguard at the time. This guy came in, and we were great friends, Ralph. Ralph said, listen, I got a postcard. I looked down at his refrigerator, and I saw a little postcard on there with a bunch of listings of food, not pictures, just the verbiage of them. And it had arrows going with this one. It was only the size of a small postcard. And I said, Ralph, what in the world is this about? Oh, he said, listen, if you've ever got any stomach issues or any problems like that, he said, if you eat like that, he said, that'll stop that right away. I said, oh, come on. So I said, really? So I looked at him. I said, well, where would I get one? And he said, I have a spare one for you, man. I said, you're on. So I took it home and I looked at it and I tried it. I says, my gosh, I can't believe this. My whole stomach stopped hurting after I eat. So 2 to 3 days went by and I said, no way. So I went back to my eating habits. Boy, did that come back on me to haunt me. And for 2 more days, I was sick as I could be at my stomach. So I said, listen, I'm going to try that food combining again. So I tried it again. Immediately, it stopped. I said, what in the world? I've been suffering for all these years with stomach challenges, acid reflux, GERD, indigestion, gas. Oh, my gosh.
And it's not like you're a big fat guy either. I mean, you're buff, and you're still having those stomach troubles.
There you go. So what we've got to do is there's 5 components to a healthy nutrition plan. After I discovered what I was going to do and refined it, there's 5 components. Number 1, you have to eat foods when they're in season. It's no good for you to eat watermelons at Christmas time. They're just not cohesive with that time of year. So don't eat them then. Eat foods when they're in season. Number 2, eat foods that they can grow in your type of environment. Number 3, Eat foods that are suitable to the type of activity that you're involved in. Like there's no sense in a person sitting behind a desk all day long eating foods that a triathlete would need. Eat foods according to the type of activity you're involved in. And number 4, eat foods in a compatible combination with your body's digestive chemistry, respecting your acid-alkaline balance. And number 5, eat more raw food than cooked. I've learned this good lesson in my life. If it's not fit raw, it's worse yet cooked.
So all of this stuff is going to give you great energy, great health, and you're not going to be old and bitter, right?
That's right. You're going to get older and better because we're finally designed to last 125 years. I have books and everything of people who are in their 150s and 160s. And I'm looking at one as we speak because it sits right here on my desk. I think that if people will go ahead and understand that age is not your cage, age has nothing to do with how old you are. Age is not a matter of years. Age is a matter of condition.
Well said. So you've been working for yourself for a long, long time. What do you like best about it, and what's the worst part about it?
Okay, good. First of all, I can do a whole lot more on my time rather than that 9 to 5 stuff. And I can reach more people with my passion in life with giving people healthier options. We're starting our own new podcast series, Tom, and it's going to be a slam dunk. Can't wait to share and even have you on ours, okay? Because I already talked about that to our team here just today. The things that I don't like about what I do, very simple. I love what I do so much that sometimes it takes me away from my social time that I'm just so into it, I love it. And so people say, well, where do you go on vacation? I said, my vocation is my vacation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
I love what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And so what's the worst part about working for myself? I don't think anything. I love it.
I feel the same exact way. Kindred spirits. Tell them
Thank
again that offer you had for them, and then we're going to take a brief break for our sponsor.
Okay. The career link, you can go ahead and get that when you put 3-step plan.
Where is that now?
3-step process when you go to mangoman at mangoman.com. That's my email.
That's your email.
Yeah. That's correct. But here is the audio program I would love to see you have. Not only audio, but 400 recipes and everything. mangomandiet.com. mangomandiet.com. And remember this. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. It's how you use them up. In my encouragement, in conclusion, never let the success of your career become the failure of your health. Never give up your health in your quest for wealth, because you will, not maybe, you will spend all that wealth to regain your health. And when you die, guess what happens, Tom? Your brother-in-law gets to drive your car. Now that's fun.
All right, don't go away yet. I got a couple more questions for you, but I want to tell everybody about the Kickstart Guide to Advertising and Promoting Their Business Online. This is 122 pages of practical and inexpensive or even free things you can do to massively increase your online presence and sales. This includes 10 major categories of ways we promote, along with all the subcategories. For instance, social media is a category, but it includes YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff. So we give you tons of tips and tricks, and much more than one person could use. It includes viral marketing, incentive marketing, publicity, and a lot more. So I'm going to put the entire table of contents in the show notes for you so you can see how great this is. Very inexpensive. And you can go get it directly at greatinternetmarketing.com/promoteonline.htm. You can check that in the show notes. So back to our superstar, Wayne. What's a typical day look like for you, Wayne?
Okay, buddy. I wake up in the morning at 6. I go to bed at 11 at night, okay? Sometimes midnight. I'm up at 6. I do my morning devotions. And I thank God every day for 3 things that I wasn't grateful for before. And I have such a huge list of those. I even made a program out of it, like little audio programs that I just put in my computer.
Mhm.
And then that's one of
Good thing you
things
have a
that,
computer then, isn't
oh boy, I got
it?
one in the kitchen. I got
Patricia
one in
Ball.
the, I have one in the kitchen, one in the office, and all of that. However, I listen to those kind of things when I first get up because I want what's going in my mind to serve me very well, because what we visualize in our mind, we realize in time. What we think about, we bring about. So put the best stuff in your mind at the beginning of the day, because it's known the first 15 minutes and the last 15 minutes of our day is when our mind is in its most alpha state, when we're the most receptive to great things. So do your morning devotion and get some positive things going in your mind. And for crying out loud, stop watching the news. Here's my line on the news. If it doesn't bleed, it doesn't read, and it doesn't lead. They can't print good news because nobody wants to hear it.
That's amazing. Now, luckily, there is a place called the Good News Network online. I get their emails every day, and I would listen to that and subscribe to that because they're always telling you good things. No
Oh,
bad news at all.
so glad to hear that,
Mhm.
buddy. Thank you for sharing. All right, so now I get up, I go on out in the kitchen, I drink a good glass of water, room temperature, and I dry brush my skin. I put a pair of walking shoes on. I walk around the block, and I'm walking into the sunrise with the birds chirping everything on both sides. I praise God for another day because I got another day to make a positive difference in people's lives. And then I walk and I do I'll be 71 in June. So here on the 13th of June for all those cards and letters, everybody. And I just drop down to do my 71 push-ups. I go down to the beach, look, watch the sunrise. Then I walk around because it's exactly 1 mile around my block. And then I come back home. I come in, make my breakfast, do what I have to do in the office. I stop on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from April the 1st to November 1st. On Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, I hit the beach because I live on an island here in Florida, and it's just at the other end of my street. So I go down there and I stretch for 1 hour. And then on Monday, I swim a mile. Tuesday is a mile. Thursday is a mile and a half. Friday is 2 miles. Wednesday and
In the
Sunday.
ocean.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I know, right? Wednesday and Sunday. By the way, don't let me forget to tell you about sharks, okay?
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, I know that's what's on your mind. But Wednesday and Sunday is my bike day, my 25 to 40 mile bike rides, and then I'll do pull-ups down there and the beach pull-up bar and do a little bit of stretching, splits, and that stuff. But an interesting thing, and Saturday is my play day. I just don't do anything. I take one day off, and that's my spiritual connection day. Now, with that said, sharks hate human flesh.
Really?
A
Like me and
wonderful,
green beans.
yeah. And here's the good news. Even though this is the shark bite capital of the country right here in Florida where I live, here's the reason. Most of them are surfers, or most of them are on their paddle boards or on their rafts or their floats. And they're out there, and underwater, they look like a shark's favorite meat, seal.
Oh.
So interesting, and they go up, bite it, and then they throw it out, and then they go away. But still, you got to bite.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a wonderful thing.
So you don't
So,
look like a seal when you're going through the water.
well, as fast as I go, I'm probably. But anyway, that's what I do. Then I come back home. I have my mid-morning meal, shower up, get all that done. Come in the office, have clients.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to get to anything regarded to actual doing business.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I come in after I walk around the block and do that. I always spend an hour to hour and a half in here. I do the social media. I have all of those social media platforms you alluded to a moment ago, and the YouTube, all of that stuff. LinkedIn, which is my favorite. But anyway, I do that for about an hour, hour and a half. Then I go back out and I'll put on my swim clothes, or if it's Wednesday and Sunday, I put on my bicycle clothes and I go out and do what I'm going to do for that day. Come back, it's about maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I come into work from 10 to 2. I eat a little something in that meal. And everybody's going to figure out how to eat on mangomandiet.com, mangomandiet.com. Very simple, very easy. And then I take a nap between 2 and 2:30 in around that time. We've got 24 hours in a day. Let me pause here for a second. 24 hours in a day. 3 groups of 8. 8 hours work, 8 hours play, 8 hours rest. Now, I need to add 1 hour to my waking life. How do I do that? If you sleep 6 hours at night and 1 in the day, that's actually better than sleeping 8 straight. And I interviewed the president of the North American Sleep Disorders Clinic, Dr. Ronald Cridlin, or in Canada, I think it was Canada. And he has said that many times during our interviews. And I've interviewed some of the best. So all of that really soaked in, and I started doing my due diligence on that, and that's very true, buddy. We got you sleep 6 at night, 1 a day. So what you've done is you've added 1 hour to your waking life. That becomes your power hour. 20 minutes for mental, 20 minutes for physical, 20 minutes for spiritual connection, okay? Okay, with that said, that's my daily schedule. Pretty much every day I hit the bed about 11 o'clock because I have my clients again in the evening after I eat my evening meal. When I get up from that nap, I come into the office, I do what I have to do for a few hours, I eat my evening meal, and then I can get out because there's 4 areas of our time: our genius time, our buff time, our play time, and our rest time. Genius, yes, 4 hours a day, and you can't be any more than 4 hours a day with your genius time. You have your buff time, that gets you prepared for your genius, your rest time, and then, of course, your play time. So implement that kind of strategy into your life and watch your life turn around, and you're going to love life.
It actually would. And I wanted to ask you, I mean, it's almost a dumb question nowadays, but it's how do you stay motivated? Because doing this by yourself all the time, this routine in and out, but what really motivates the Mango Man?
Thank you very much for asking. That's a great question. I always say, who jacks the jacker? Who gets me jacked up when I'm the one jacking everybody else up?
Right.
Very simple. I had, for many years, when you get a little older, you're going to get quite a bit of material, and you're welcome to get it from us. If you get on my social media presence, you can go to LinkedIn or Facebook, whatever, put my name in, and then get on our social media posts, because every Monday is, I'm telling you this to answer your question, a Monday is Motivational Minutes. I did all of those for me. And they are so good, and they keep me going so much that if somebody wants to go ahead and get on my Facebook or my, actually it would be better on LinkedIn.
Are they typing your name or Mango Man?
No, well, I think Facebook, if you put in.
Well, we'll figure it out and put it in the show notes. But it's
okay, good.
Wayne
good.
Pickering is his name, and Mango Man is his moniker.
Yeah, but I have my professional site is something like, this is the Mango Man, or is this the Mango Man, or something like that. I don't have it in front of me.
Yeah, we'll have it in the show notes.
Then Wayne Pickering is the Facebook, but my personal, that's my personal, and that's full. That's got over 5,000 now, okay? And that's maxed out. But the LinkedIn, which is very good, and the business is the Mango Man. We'll like you say, we'll put it in the notes. Okay, with that said, Monday is Motivational Minutes. Tuesday is Thankful Tuesday, and as miscellaneous post. Wednesday is Wellness Wednesday, audio and video. Thursday is all of our books. Friday is Fitness Friday, audios and videos. Saturday is how to shop and how to cook, and those are videos only. And then Sunday is No Stress Sunday. So you get a little short audio clips to help your day, and our Motivational Minutes on Monday is what starts your day out. And remember, I made those for me, and you've got enough posts in there for a year. And anytime you would like to share those posts with any of your social media platforms, email me and just say, I want your social media posts, and we'll send those out to you. Because if that helps people, I'm so glad to do it. And those are all gifts. You don't have to buy anything, nothing like that. That's my way of giving back.
You're a great man. That's why I only have people on here that I like and that I respect, and you're up at the top of the list, man. So do you have any parting thoughts for all our we call them screwballs out there?
Yes. As a matter of fact, take care of you now, as when you don't, somebody else will be taking care of it later with or without your approval. And if we think we're going to go to one of those facilities and get a good meal, you got another thing coming, baby. That's just not going to happen. We're all on the road to death, okay? There's just no need to jump in the passing lane. Now, if you want to reach me, mangoman@mangoman.com, or our toll-free number is 866, like Route 66, 866-MANGO-MAN. And our website that I'd like to see you have, there are $772 worth of audio, video, recipes, everything on that site you get for $47.
And that was Mango Man Diet, right?
MangoManDiet.com. Tom, I appreciate our coming together, okay?
This has been great. It's another shot for me in the arm to keep on my road to better health, which I told you I've lost about 100 pounds. And still working on it because sedentary lifestyle. This computer has dominated my life for 20-some years, or 30 almost years. I've got to keep that in the forefront, and you're one of my main inspirations for that. And if everybody out there, if you saw a picture of this guy without his shirt on, you'd say he's one of those guys that's selling that's in his 60s or 70s that's selling that testosterone deal online.
Oh, right.
I mean, he puts them to shame.
Thank you.
So this is awesome. This has been episode 27 with Wayne Mango Man Pickering. We're so glad he was here. Don't forget to check out the Kickstart Guide to Advertising and Promoting Your Business Online. That'll be in the show notes. And speaking of advertising, that's what the next training episode is going to be about. So don't miss it. I'll catch all you screwballs later.